What's going on, everybody? Al here. This is going to be my top 10 most complimented fragrances for the year of 2013. I'm going to show you 10 fragrances that I wore the most this past year and got the most compliments. And yes, I did take notes. When someone gives me a compliment on a particular fragrance, I do take notes, or I keep it in my mind and I write down that fragrance did this and that fragrance did that. I'm crazy like that. You know, I have a big passion for fragrances, and compliments mean a lot. So I want to share with you 10 fragrances that got me those compliments this past year. Let me give you 2 honorable mentions as well. Let me start off with my honorable mentions. Got to give some love to these 2 fragrances, and then I'll actually get into the top 10 list. First, it's a fragrance from the House of Creed. You know I love Creed. Anybody that follows my channel or follows what I've done this past few years, you know I'm a huge fan of Creed. Some people even call me Creed fanboy. So be it. I am a Creed fanboy because I really enjoy the house. And I'm fortunate enough to have friends, Lewis and Rodney at Creed, that take care of me when I go there. I film videos and we have a good relationship. So I'm lucky enough to be getting my nose on Creed all the time. It's right there in my backyard. So Creed and me, we go hand in hand. And I have to have a Creed on this list. And honorable mention, I would make this number 1. Actually, it was number 1 last year. I figured, let me not put it in my top 10, but I have to mention it because it does get me a lot of compliments. It really does. It's in a lot of my top 10s, this fragrance. A lot of my top 10s, and I speak about it a lot, and I love this juice a lot. So I gotta give it love once again, and you know what it is. Creed Aventus. Honorable mention, Creed Aventus. You know I love Creed so much. I mean Aventus so much. I have 2 bottles of this juice, and one of these is a Z01. Z01 amazing juice. So Creed Aventus, honorable mention. The next one is another fragrance that I wore a lot in the summer. Now you're gonna see the bottle, it's gonna be full. And you're gonna say, why is the bottle full? How'd you get compliments? Because I had 2 large decants of it. I did some swaps with a few friends through Facebook, and they gave me some decants. So I was wearing the decants, and I love the juice so much I had to get a bottle. And it's from the House of Lilabo. What is it? Bergamot 22. You can see it says Street Scents on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that, but it says Street Scents on there. Love this juice. Had to get a bottle. I had 2 decants, really large decants, and I wore those out. I mean, I think I have a little bit left of one of them, but they were like healthy decants, and I really wore it a lot, and I got a lot of compliments. Bergamot 22 is an amazing juice, amazing fragrance, nice citrus, crisp, really well done. I really love this juice. Bergamot 22, gotta give it some love. Honorable mention from the House of Lilabo. Make sure, okay. Alright, now let's move on to the top 10 most complimented fragrances for the year of 2013. What's number 10 on the list? It's going to be a surprise, honestly. You're going to be shocked what number 10 is. Not shocked, because it is this juice should get its praise. It should get a lot more hype on it. It's a cheapie, but a goodie. Not even a goodie. It's a cheapie, but amazing. It's from the House of Nautica. Nautica. Yep, Nautica. Nautica Voyage. Number 10 on my list. Again, the bottle looks kind of full. I did wear actually some juice out of this bottle. This is a 100 ml bottle, but I had a 50 ml bottle that I bought way back when, and I finished that bottle. One of the bottles that I actually finished, and I had to get a 100 ml bottle. It's really cheap. You can find this at your local like bargain bins for dirt cheap. It gets you a lot of compliments, this juice does. It's such an amazing, fresh, aquatic, one of the best fresh aquatic cheapies out there that has like a quality to it. I mean, yeah, it's cheap, and you say it's a cheap fragrance, but it smells more like an expensive fragrance. Let's put it that way. It's from the master himself, Maurice Rochelle. He put this fragrance together, and he has an amazing resume of fragrances that he put together, and this one is amazing as well. Nautica Voyage, number 10 on my list. One of the best fresh aquatics out there. Lasts a long time, and believe me, it's going to get you noticed. Number 9 on the list. It's another fragrance that I've kind of slipped on in the beginning. I reviewed it. I kind of like didn't like it when I reviewed it back in the days. I was not that crazy about it, honestly, when I first got this fragrance. And you know, time goes on, your nose changes, you want to revisit this fragrance, revisit that one. Some fragrances I hate in the beginning, some I love. I hate in the beginning, some I love, and then they switch around. The one that I hated becomes a love affair, and the one that I loved kind of like goes to the back burner. And this one was one I kind of hated, and I wore it more and more this past summer, and it was getting me compliments right and left. It was lasting on my skin, so I had to put on this top 10 list. I mean, it deserves to be here, and it's from the House of Chanel. Number 9 from Chanel, Bleu de Chanel, number 9 on my list. Like I said, I kind of bashed this fragrance in the beginning, saying that, you know, I wasn't crazy about it, but it performs and it gets compliments, it gets noticed. It's great juice. I mean, nice citrus, grapefruit, and a nice citrus woody combination. Bleu de Chanel from the House of Chanel, number 9. Nice citrus and woods. It's a real nice fragrance. I mean, some people might say it's not. It has a little bit of vetiver in there. Some people might disagree, but this is based off of what I wore and what my experiences are with these fragrances. So if you haven't smelled Bleu de Chanel, definitely check it out. It's a safe scent. Definitely could be a signature scent for sure. Number 8. It's another fragrance that I wore a lot. I adore this juice. I really do. It's from the House of YSL Yves Saint Laurent. L'Homme. Number 8 on my list. L'Homme is amazing juice. I mean, it's great for the warm weather. It's one of those tricky fragrances. One day it'll last only a few hours on your skin, and the next day it'll last forever. That's how this fragrance is, like Jekyll and Hyde. One day I'm begging for it to like perform, and it doesn't. It just doesn't want to work, and the next day it's like a beast. And you can always carry a decan of this juice. Make a little decan if you think it's not lasting on your skin. I do. I have a decan on me just in case. I really do love the way this smells. Real nice apple, cedar, apple woody combination in this fragrance. I really like that. I really like apple in fragrances, and they did a real nice job with the apple cedar combo in this. L'Homme from the House of YSL Yves Saint Laurent. Trying to get my French. Working on my French. I know sometimes I butcher some of the names with my New York accent, but I'm trying. Alright, that was number 8, L'Homme was. Number 7, we're going to go back to the House of Creed. Gotta love my Creeds. This is one of the best to me. This is to me one of the best coconut pina colada smelling fragrances out there. I gave it away when I said that. You know what it is. Virgin Island water. Virgin Island water. I love this juice. I wear this a lot when I go to the beach, or I'm gonna go have some fun in the sun. This fragrance just takes you there. It makes you happy. It's one of those happy fragrances. And some people say performance as well with this one. Carry a decan. I'm lucky enough to get some decent performance out of Virgin Island water. It gives me that nice coconut pina colada happy feeling. You know, sitting at the beach, enjoying a pina colada or margarita, and it's sunny out, and the sea breeze, all that good stuff. That's what this fragrance gives to you. All that goodness in a bottle right here. Virgin Island water, one of the best coconut pina colada fragrances to me. Number 7 on my list. Number 6 is a fragrance from the House of Bond, number 9. This is Bleecker Street. Number 6 on my list. Bleecker Street. Bleecker Street, it's unique. It smells like fresh cut grass. I know a lot of fragrances have that. This is like fresh cut grass, and you're sitting back. It's nice outside, obviously it's sunny outside because if the grass is being cut, you're sitting back, you're happy, and there's like a lot of violet leaves around you. You get like a nice violet, fresh cut grass combo with this fragrance. The bottle just clearly tells you the green and purple, that's what you're gonna get, is cut grass and nice violet leaves. Bleecker Street. Number 6 on my list, from Bond number 9. I like Bleecker Street. Just compared to Ralph Lauren's Purple Label, I think Bleecker Street is better, personally. Number 5 is a fragrance that's been on my list. I love it. I reviewed it. I did comparisons with the new formulation versus the vintage juice. It's got a place in my heart always, and I wear it a lot when the weather is cool outside. It's from the House of Dior. Dior Homme Intense. Dior Homme Intense. It gets me a lot of compliments. It's a very sexy fragrance. It's a masterpiece to me. It is a masterpiece, and this, as you can see, is the vintage formulation right there. A little harder to find. It smells very similar to the black collar one, the one that came out second. There's 3 formulations. of this. There's the silver collar one, then there's the black collar one, which is almost identical to this, and then there's the reformulation, which came out in 2011, also has a black collar. They all smell very similar. The one thing about the vintage is more stronger. The iris like slaps you in the face, which is a good thing for me, because I love that iris opening. Your own intense. Iris, powder, cocoa, vanilla, all that good stuff in a bottle, lasts a long time, gets me a ton of compliments. Number 5 on my list. Okay, moving on. Number 4. This is a fragrance from the house of Amouage. Interlude Man. Number 4 on my list. Interlude Man, it should just have a picture of a beast on here, because this fragrance is a beast. I mean, it lasts forever. One day I got like 4 compliments within a matter of minutes with this fragrance. That's how strong it is and powerful it is. Someone even told me, one day I was walking and someone told me there's like nice incense burning. I was indoors and they're like, there's a nice incense burning in here. Like they wanted to buy the incense. I was in the store and there was no incense in there. It was Interlude Man working off of my skin. It's incense, smokiness, dried fruit, a lot of different things going on. This fragrance lasts forever. I mean, it lasts forever. It should be a picture of a beast, because this is a beast mode fragrance right here. Performance lasts. You're gonna get longevity. You're gonna get projection. You're gonna get everything out of this fragrance. It is heavy. It's incense. It's smokiness. It's dried fruit. It's all that stuff all in the bottle right here. If you like incense in your fragrances, definitely give this one a try. Interlude Man, coming in at number 4 on my list. Okay, number 3. This is another very sexy fragrance. I mean, this and Dior Homme Intense, to me, are sexy fragrances. This is one of the best chocolate rose combos out there. You know what it is when I say that, or you have a good idea what it is. It's from the house of Tom Ford. What is it? Noir de Noir. I just summed it up right there. Chocolate, rose, a little bit of oud in there. This was number 1 on my top 10 for the fall winter of 2013. Number 1. Most complimented, it's coming at number 3. I mean, it gets a lot of compliments. It's right up there with number 2 and number 1. Could have been number 1, but the other ones beat it out by a margin. But it's still a great fragrance. On my skin, it performs well. It lasts a long time. It projects really well. Very sexy. Chocolate, rose, oud. It's amazing juice. I mean, it's number 1 on my list for top 10 for a reason. Top 10 for the winter and fall. Because I wore it a lot. And at that time, when I made that top 10 list, it was a fragrance that I was wearing a lot. I mean, I was just heavily wearing, like, Noir de Noir. Noir de Noir. I was always going back to it. Not for compliments. I don't wear fragrances for compliments. I wear them because I love the way they smell. I'm hooked. I'm addicted to fragrance. I'm always trying to find the next best fragrance. So number 3 is Noir de Noir. Sexy ass fragrance right there. Coming in at number 2, it's going to be a surprise. I mean, this fragrance gets me a lot of compliments. It's just crazy. It is crazy. Eccentric Molecules. Molecule 1. Number 2 on my list. Gets me a ton of compliments. You put it on, you feel like you have nothing on. You don't smell anything. You really don't. But this fragrance just works magic on my skin. Maybe the way it works with my skin chemistry, because it's supposed to bring out the best out of your skin. Kind of like a pheromone. ISO E Super, it's kind of like a pheromone. It's supposed to work with your skin, the chemistry of your skin, and let me tell you, this works well on my skin. I put 4 sprays of this and I'm getting noticed like crazy. Believe it, I'm telling you the truth, I'm getting noticed like crazy. I'm getting a ton of compliments. One ingredient in this fragrance, and it does all that. I mean, it really does. It smells like cedar wood with sandalwood and maybe like a little spice, like a little cinnamon kind of in there. And that's what you're gonna get. But it gets compliments. It really does. And you do smell yourself after you put it on. After like half an hour, when you make those movements, you do get like whiffs of it, and that lasts throughout the whole day. You're gonna get like a little whiff here and a little whiff there, and people around you get a lot of whiffs. They smell you, whiffs. They smell you. I mean, they pick you up big time. And the stillage is amazing too. When you walk by, you have a little trail following you. Molecule 1. I know some people are saying, you know, Molecule 1, one ingredient, one note. Well, how could that work? Believe me, it does. I'm telling you. Look, here's a full bottle right here. Here's a small bottle. 30 ml bottle, finished. Had to get the 100 ml bottle. That's how amazing this juice is on my skin. And you can even layer it too, but you don't have to. You can put this on and put something else on top of it, and it might give you something exotic. To me, that's more exotic enough. Okay, this is it. This is the time, the moment we all been waiting for. What's Al's #1 fragrance, most complimented for 2013? Let me tell you, this fragrance got me a lot of compliments in a short amount of time. One day, it outshined all of these in one day. I couldn't believe it. I was like shocked. It's an amazing fragrance. To me, it's like 3 fragrances wrapped up in one. That's what it is. What is this fragrance? What's #1 on Al's list? It's from the house of Parfums de Marly. Herrick, #1 on my list. Parfums de Marly, Herrick. Like I said, 3 fragrances wrapped up in one. You're gonna get Pure Havane to go with Tobacco Vanille, to go with By Kilian's Back to Black. Those 3 fragrances wrapped up in one. They're not even on my list, those 3 fragrances, because I get all 3 of those in this and then some. It gives you the honey vibe, the sweetness, the tobacco, the vanilla, the powder from Back to Black. It just gives you all those. It's like complex, where it's like all these different notes are working off your skin and giving you this amazing scent. I really love this juice. It lasts a long time on my skin. Performance, outstanding. It's just amazing juice. I love the way it smells. I get the honey, I get that powder, I get the cinnamon, I get the vanilla, the tobacco leaf, the tobacco. I get all of that goodness in this bottle right here. And this bottle is heavy as can be. I mean, the cap is even heavy as hell. Presentation, I guess, amazing. I mean, for such a heavy bottle, it's a real heavy bottle. Let's go look at the bottle right there, take a look. Really well done. Parfums de Marly, Herrick, that's #1 on my list. Like I said, sweet honey, tobacco, vanilla, powder, cinnamon, all that goodness wrapped up in one bottle. If you haven't smelled Herrick, I highly recommend get your nose on that. If you like Tobacco Vanille, you like Pure Havane, Back to Black, get your nose on this juice. It's all those and then some. It'll hit you like from all different angles and just make you go on a journey. There you have it, my top 10 most complimented fragrances for the year of 2013. #1, Parfums de Marly, Herrick. I love that juice. It got me a ton of compliments in one day. I wore it one day and I just got I got noticed like crazy. So it had to be #1 with good reason. It's a beast. It did its thing for 2013. And I will do this video again next year. I'll come back at you guys with the most complimented for 2014. Last year, Aventus was #1. I wore Aventus like crazy that year, and it got me a ton of compliments, and it still does. I mean, the more you wear a fragrance, obviously it's going to get you compliments. If you keep wearing that fragrance, it will get you noticed if it smells great, and depends on where you're at. And these are the fragrances that did it for me in 2013. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you have any questions, send me a message. Shoot me an email even. My email is fragrancefanatic, the #1 at yahoo.com. That's fragrancefanatic with the #1 at yahoo.com. Shoot me an email. Let me know if you have any questions. You want to talk about anything, just shoot me an email. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. You can also, like street sense, you hear a cop car outside. You can also comment down below. Comment down below if you have anything you want to say. Tell me what's your scent of the day. What's your top 10 most complimented fragrances? Put it down below. Let me know. I'd love to check that out. Send me an email once again. Fragrancefanatic with #1 at yahoo.com. Comment down below. Rate, comment, subscribe. All that good stuff. Look out for a lot more videos coming from my channel. And that's it for now. My top 10 most complimented fragrances for the year of 2013. It's a wrap. I'll see you guys in 2014 with my other lists when the time comes. Smell great. Later. Parfums de Marly, Herrick. Gotta check it out. Those 3 fragrances wrapped up in one. Wow. Before I go, yep. Amazing juice right here. I wish you guys could smell that. I'll see you later.